Alright, hey, let's play some Destiny multiplayer. This round of Kip fails at your favorite video games. And I'm going to use this opportunity. Obviously, the single player video is a little bit shorter, but I'm going to use this opportunity to talk a little bit more about Destiny in general. I think it's a fantastic game. If you read the review, I think that there's a lot of room for advancement here. I think Bungie has achieved something very technically and structurally sound in terms of the gameplay. The story leaves something to be desired, and in terms of options as opposed to presentation, obviously, I think Destiny has a long way to go. But and in its current stage, it is a very fun, constantly online multiplayer shooter. It is, what you've come to expect in terms of gameplay from Bungie. Just a very solid shooter experience with, a lot of, tactical as well as just, artificial intelligence is very good for an open world game such as this. The races that you play against the enemy types are interesting, and just really all around, just a game that I think all next gen console, or I guess you'd call it current gen now, current gen console owners should have in their library, because I do think it's something that's it's a game that's going to be built upon a lot in the coming years. Bungie says it has a 10-year plan for this game. I just see it as something that's can continue to grow, and as the community hopefully sticks around. Hopefully Bungie will give us enough reason to stick around over the next 10 years. Something really special, and it could come to be a defining game in this generation of consoles. But anyway, so what we're watching here is the player versus player portion of the game, and I again chose a game that is not indicative of my skill. If you watch my Last of Us video, this is also a game that is out of the ordinary,
Bravo team.
a quality game for me. I'm playing Clash. This is just the team deathmatch variant in player versus player in Destiny. Very straightforward. You'll see I'm switching through my weapons here. A lot like Halo and pretty much every current gen shooter, you've got 2 weapon slots, and these are weapons that are mined both in single and multiplayer. I should mention that your single player progression carries over into multiplayer seamlessly, and that's part of what the presentation package Bungie is going for, as well as
You're falling behind.
just the kind of character progression that they want.
You're in the lead.
So anyway, my character is a Titan class. There's 3 classes you choose from right at the beginning, and you can obviously have multiple players going at once. I've heard, and I have not, since this video was recorded, I've reached the end game content for the Titan class, but I've heard that, sniper rifle. I've heard that the classes don't play significantly different than each other. There are certain abilities, and you'll see my character ability as a Titan is a very powerful fist attack on the ground that can kill players within a certain radius rather easily. But anyway, you can be a hunter, Titan, or I believe it's a warlock. Don't kill me in the comments if that's wrong, because I just haven't tried out all the classes yet. And I guess that would be one thing, the caveat that I'd throw into my review. I think that it's obviously going to be a different experience playing a different class. But I do think I've gone through most of the content in this game. I think I'm capable of rendering a judgment at this point anyway. Like I said, Bungie has long-term plans for this game. They are continually releasing content both in the single and multiplayer arenas in this game as time goes on, and really, I think it's an experience that's going to continue to change. And if you haven't gotten in on the ground floor, I was one of those that purchased Destiny for on release night digitally. I don't have a physical copy of the game, but it was, you know, I think if you hold off now, you're not going to miss much. I think Destiny's probably going to go down in price. I think it already has for current gen consoles. And really, if you're looking for a multiplayer experience, player versus player is unlocked, I believe, at level 5, but you need to really be about level, I'd say, probably 12 or 13 before you can be competitive in what's known as a Crucible. It's a similar conceit to the Halo series. It's war games, basically. And you're all playing as Guardians of the and obviously this is different than the single-player content, which can be played with, you know, any group of friends that you come across, or even just you know, other players from around the world who, you know, just use that special attack awfully there. I don't think I got one kill. In which in those single-player events you are actually playing against computer-controlled enemies, and those continue to get tougher, and there's more content coming out all the time on them. I will say that I'm having a lot of fun in the endgame content, playing through the missions again, and again, Destiny is really a amalgamation of several different genres. As you probably read, or if you're interested in this game at all, you can see the obvious nods to Borderlands and the loot that you collect, as well as the hit points that appear above the characters, and your character progression, which is something I don't really explore in this video. But it's definitely something that a mechanic that's very important in Destiny. How your character progresses, what skills you're looking for, that sort of thing. But anyway, it draws from a lot of different games and genres. And it doesn't particularly do any one of them really well, except for the presentation. I will say that in spite of the fact that the story is sort of lackluster, the way it is presented to the player is top-notch. Bungie really outdid themselves on that. And what I mean by that is, you know, you saw at the beginning of this gameplay video, you fly to these different skirmishes in your starship. There's really a seamless sort of transition between single and multiplayer content. And it just really feels like a very well realized experience that Bungie has put out there, and there's a great framework on which to lay future content. And I do hope that you know, some of the issues that have been addressed by players, such as loot farming, basically caves that enemies constantly are spawning in that require no skill in order to get really good loot, which is by that I mean weapons, ammo, armor, that kind of thing. After you hit level 20, that is how you rank up in the game. That is collecting very specific armor sets from different factions that you can find in the main world hub, which is the tower, which is not shown in the videos or screenshots here. But that's basically your safe zone where you go to rank up your character, purchase new weapons, get new missions, that kind of thing. And also dance inanely with other players who just so happen to want to dance with you. So anyway, you know, like I said, really great focused experience. Bungie has a lot to hang their hat on as this game moves forward. Really looking forward to you know, continued strikes and raids, which are the two major single-player endgame content that Bungie will continue to release, and has continued to release since the game's launch earlier this month. But you know, I see this as a game. If you're really into player versus player, you know, online multiplayer, if you're a Call of Duty player, that kind of thing. This, as it stands right now, is probably not going to be the game that you're looking for. The player options just aren't there. There's I believe 5 game types right now, and while I do like the small team skirmishes that allow you to revive other players, give the game a little more practical feel. You know, I just at this point the single player experience is really what Bungie is pushing, and you know, with a significant, not a significant continued release of content, I don't really see this as a game. It's really a game that you're going to put in your console or boot up. I think every couple weeks, you know, and just kind of see where the game's at, because this is a game that will evolve without a doubt in the next few years. And, you know, it's just at this point, it's really just it's an exercise in potential, and I think Bungie has a great engine and great. You know, I think I've said framework enough times probably in this video, but they've got a really nice frame on which to lay future content. And though it seems sort of bare bones right now, I do have faith in Bungie to continue to release quality content for this and keep players interested. So, again, this is not indicative of my regular skill set. If you see me out there playing, I expect me to perform as well as I have in this video. So that's player versus player with Destiny. Thanks for watching and for reading the review and watching the review, and stay tuned to the Tech Deck for all things Destiny.